This one's about working remotely, specifically in the Philippines. I could speak on this one for sure. So Mike says, just wanted to touch bases with you real quick. I've been following your YouTube channel for some time. While I don't do IT, your videos on working remotely, specifically in the Philippines for a US company, as an American, this is exactly what I've been looking for information on. He says his wife lives in the Philippines and we have been separated since COVID. And he says, I'm ready to sell my house and services. I assume he means in the US. I should use a VPN router or to appear that I'm in the US. Okay, he's asking if he needs to use a VPN or a router or something to appear like he's in the US working remotely from the Philippines, but he wants to look like he's working from Georgia, for example. You know, what's funny is I had this exact same idea. I'm just gonna tell you a story here. So a few years ago, I was working for the federal government and they were gonna let me go. So I had like, I don't know, a few weeks left or something like that. And I knew my days were numbered. Like that was it. We got a new contract and then my contract, we lost our contract and then another company's coming in and that was it. So they were letting us go. And I already knew this. So I wanted to take my vacation. I had vacation saved up already before I knew that the contract was gonna, so I was gonna go on my vacation no matter what. And so I went on my vacation. I went to Vietnam. All right. So I went to Vietnam and I had a federal laptop. And I was wondering like, damn, what if I get caught? Like, can I even go to Vietnam? Like, is that a country that I'm allowed to go through to with my laptop? And I was nervous. I'm like, and I was talking to my friends about VPNs and stuff. Okay, turns out I was worried about the wrong thing. You don't need to worry about a VPN router or anything like that. You don't have to worry about that. I was in Vietnam with a government laptop working remotely and I had no problems. I had good internet. There were other problems I'm going to talk to you about that you need to be aware of. Number one is compliance. If you go work for an American company, okay, I can't speak for Canada, I can't speak for UK on this one. That company is going to have policies. They have a policy, especially if it's a high level company. And so you'd be surprised. Like most countries you can work, you can actually do this. They're not going to block your router, your VPN or whatever because, oh man, this thing's coming from Vietnam or whatever. No, that's not how it works. There's certain countries you can't go to. What I did before I left is I talked directly to HR. And I said, look, I know that there's some countries I can't go to as an American, at certain technologies I can't take. Can you tell me which countries I can go to and which ones I can't? So that brings up something called ITAR. All right, so ITAR, International Traffic in Arms Regulations. Now you might, arms, you're thinking about weapons, guns, stuff like that. No, it doesn't just apply to munitions and stuff. So there's certain other things that are not allowed to go outside the US. You're not going to be able to take your laptop to, especially if it's a government laptop or if it's a Fortune 500 laptop because they work for State Department and governments and stuff like that. And there's certain things that they're not allowed to do. Legally, they can be held liable if you go to Italy and your laptop gets stolen in another country. Man, that is a nightmare.